everyone, and welcome to the plane. How is everyone doing today? I hope you were doing fantastic. We are going back to court. The final case in the first Apollo Justice game. We got to do a little bit of investigation last time. We got our first witness. We got to do a goofy voice, which was definitely a lot of fun. Definitely don't regret doing that. But yeah. Fortunately, or maybe fortunately, I don't know. I don't know how they would have done a jury mechanic, but there's no actual jury mechanic. They're just people who are watching the case in a different room, and that's that they're gonna decide. So I guess that's what we're doing. And there's no actual, I thought there'd be like a mechanic, like you have to sway the jury or hear out their complaints or something, but no, it's just a normal case, a normal trial so far, at least. We're being watched. People are watching us, and we have to be on our best behavior, apparently. I don't know, but yeah, so that's what we're doing. It's a lot of fun. I was enjoying it. I think last time we met our defendant, she is not keen on talking, but she is accused of murdering her father because they're both, I don't know, introverts, and apparently introverts murdered their family. So that's how it works, I guess. I don't know what's going on. But yeah, so we're gonna get back into this. I think I left right off in the middle, or right before a cross-examination, because I wanted to be able to read them. I always end my streams. In the middle of a cross-examination. And then I come back and I'm like, I don't remember what I was talking about. So hopefully this time I will remember. Gotta take my attorney's badge and pop it on. Go, we are ready to go here. Got the day off today, that's pretty cool. Gets a fair amount of holidays due to it being at a school. Definitely more than most people, but not every, like I don't get like a spring break, whatever. But so I got off, so that was nice. Went skating for the first time this year. They finally opened up the skating rink near me. That was cool, although I'm very out of shape. My leg hurts, my knee hurts, my foot hurts. So I gotta get back in shape. I can do it some more. I get to go once a week. I think they usually have it Saturday and Sunday, so maybe that will be my skating day. We'll see. But yeah, I had fun. Also been digging through piles and piles and piles of Legos to make one singular set. Took me about 5 hours. I'm still missing 2 pieces, but I gave up. I'm just gonna buy them off Bricklink. Give up. This is my monthly. Give me 1 second here. Is it? How? I'll plug it from this side. Is it this one here? Yeah. Give it a shot. How does that sound? That's not great, because I literally bought this microphone thing to stop doing that. Can I hear it? Okay. It's a little quiet too. All right, let's turn it up just a little bit. Cool. I gotta like fully refix everything. I don't know. This whole mic setup is dead. It's bad. But yeah. Yeah, it was, I had my microphone set super quiet, so should be better there. All right. Okay. Well, we're back. Hello, everyone. Hi, Ice. Hello, Octo. Think yeah, this should be a lot better now. Sorry about that. I guess I need to do sound checks before I start stream from this point on. Okay. Alrighty. Well, I think we are ready to get going here. Good thing we got that taken care of. Alrighty, let's switch. Alright. I can turn it up on my end. I always have to remember, I can turn up the sound on my end. It's always quiet for me, but I can just control my own volume. Alright. Cool. Alright, I think we're all set here. Let's go ahead, turn on the controller. Okay. Load game. Let's get in. Where was it? So 6th, 9:54. I guess I ended stream early last time. Okay. Let's go. Oh, not this loser. I don't want to do this voice. Why do I have to start off with this voice? Okay. I don't even remember what voice. It was like my horrible attempt at being a goofy. All right. When I arrived at the studio, Mr. Misher was at his desk. No, that's not it. No. When I arrived... When I arrived at the studio, Mr. Misher was at his desk. I don't know what's the list. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I'm just going to start doing something, and eventually it'll end up in a voice in about an hour. He seemed to be writing a letter, but he quickly sealed the envelope. I thought nothing of it. At the time, of course. God, wow. This is a great way to start the stream. I am all over the place. Now to think about it. What if he was writing a suicide note? All right. A suicide note. Yes, he had his look on his face. Oh my god, dude. I'm literally watching someone do a Kingdom Hearts playthrough right now, so you would think I'd remember what Goofy sounds like. I cannot remember what his voice sounds like. Oh, gosh. Oh, yeah. There we go. Man's face, inscrutable. A quadratic equation, end quote. There we go. All right, we're getting there. Slowly but surely, it's coming back. Suicide. Poor Mr. Misham. That means Vera's innocent. Wait, did he just prove me right? Would someone commit suicide in the middle of an interview? I mean, that'd be a dark joke. Never mind. Depends on how bad the interviewer is. I'd consider it if this guy was... No. Oh. Very well, you may begin your cross-examination. Alright, what do you got? Hold it! Was there anyone at the studio other than Mr. Misham? Well, his daughter Vera, of course. Was anyone besides Mr. Misham and Vera present? Not a single one. Not a cat, or not a rat, not even a mouse. The only person who didn't belong to that studio there was you, wasn't it, Mr. Brushall? I know what you're doing. I know your game. Attorney uses classic Ramsden phenomena. What? Rams? I have no idea. Ploy. End quote. If you intend to suggest that this reporter is a suspect, I'm sure you also intend to present evidence supporting that assertion, correct? In the meantime, let's move along, shall we? Yeah, he knows that was baseless. I have nothing to back that up. He seemed to be right. All right, about that. So he put a letter away when he saw you. Early reporter gets worm, end quote. That's my secret.
I'm not sure I follow. It's the night of the interview. I arrive 15 minutes ahead of schedule. The handle turns, the door opens, I barge in. Are you sure that's okay to do? I mean, isn't that unlawful entry? Wait, did you break into his house? Oh my... Bro, you... I mean, the door was unlocked, but like, still. You can't do that, buddy. Mr. Misham, sure, seemed to think so. You should have seen him. He crammed his letter into that yellow envelope as fast as he could. I know a secret when I spot one, and that was one. Is he talking? He's talking about, didn't I find it? Yeah. This one. He's talking about this one. So we already found it. It does seem significant. Well, Mr. Justice. I wonder. It does have a ring of something important. Add it to the testimony. The defense finds this testimony vital, Your Honor. Very well, please add it to the testimony then. Yeah, why not? My account comes free of charge. Oh, that's nice of him. Thank you for not charging it. It was a yellow envelope. I heard it was left at the scene of the crime. You're lying, but I'm gonna press him. And you saw him seal this yellow envelope with the letter? Hey, don't look at me like that. I saw what I saw. Apollo, you think this might be our big break? Yeah. What I need is to show some decisive evidence now. All right, let's press the rest here. You didn't think anything might be wrong at the time? Hey, when I go in for an interview, that's what I'm like. What's that? That's what I'm there to do. The interviewer finds looking more effective than caring. End quote. So what about now? Thinking back on it, did you sense anything strange in Mr. Misham's behavior? Well, yeah. That's why I'm telling you all this to begin with. Very well, continue with your testimony. Okay. A suicide note? Well, yeah, don't quote me on or anything. He's like, I love how like when he says don't quote me or anything, he's like he's not like saying it as the phrase. He's genuinely being like, don't quote me. Seriously, please. My journalistic integrity will be at stake if you quote me. I'm just saying it's a possibility, you know. How I think I need to remove that. Ow. I got copyright, Neon. The last time you did it, my stream got copyright claimed. It was funny though, but I keep forgetting. It's my fault. How are you doing, Neon? Remove all the redeems. Yes, no more redeems. But hey, enjoy it while you can. Oh boy. How are you doing, Neon? Good to see you. Oh man. Why did I'm like, this is just too long. This is way too long. I've been doing. That's good. Good, Neon. Thank you for the redeem. Welcome in my ears. My copyright claim. It doesn't actually affect my channel because I'm not monetized. Give me 1 second, guys. I need to hold on 1 second. I have a very important call / text. Oh my gosh. My sister is trying to set up a Disney Plus account, and so I'm getting her the code. This is very important, you know. All right. All right, we're all good. I hope I sent that to the right person. That'd be funny if I just sent the No, Neon, I don't it doesn't happen to me. No. Just setting up good old Disney Plus. No, Neon, I don't go on dates. Do I look like someone who goes on dates? Oh man. All right, let's keep going here. What did I miss? The possibility. All right, we were talking about the suicide note. Okay. So you didn't actually check the letter. Of course not. Okay. I feel like I'm ignoring my sister right now, but she said it worked, and I'm not gonna respond. Because I'm a bad brother. No, I'm just kidding. I'll text her after this stream. I'm not that bad. Of course not. It was sealed. Content of what? Content of can unknown until can is opened. What? Contents of can unknown until can is opened. Contents of can unknown. Okay. I didn't realize they were using can as a noun. Contents of can unknown until can is open. I thought they were using it as a... Is it an adverb? What is can? Like, I can do this. Is it a verb? I'm gonna look it up. What is can? Let's look up the word can. It's a verb. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't think it was. Okay, it's a verb. I was right. All right, I really need to take an English class, I guess. You can always check the label. Do you think Mr. Mission was writing a suicide note? If he was, that would solve this case in a jiffy. It kind of makes me wonder about that letter. All right, so let's go back to the letter. Oh my gosh, stop it. So we present the letter was actually red. I really should have made a save, but I was very confident. As it just so happens, there was a single letter in a desk drawer at the scene. In a red envelope. What? Whoa, that was horrifying bonk. Prosecutor Gavin? Yeah? Was a yellow envelope found at the scene of the crime? Unfortunately, no. But, hair forehead. It's easy to mistake the color of an envelope. I mean, those are two separate primary colors. Unless you're colorblind, I think it's pretty hard to mistake them. They're two strikingly different colors. Which maybe he is colorblind. I guess. But not this envelope. You see, it was postmarked already 7 years ago. Well, Mr. Brussel, I could explain that. Drew right. He wanted to get that letter in the envelope pronto. Get it out of sight of my beady eyes, right? So he grabbed the nearest envelope and crammed away. And what about the whole red and yellow envelope contradiction, chump? Well, Mr. Justice, have you anything to say to the witness's claim? That night, the victim put a letter he had been writing in a red envelope. That he wrote? Do mission. He didn't write it, though. That night, the victim put a letter he had been writing in a red envelope. Was there anything else in there? Yeah, I don't know. We're gonna make a save. It's entirely possible. But Apollo, we checked the oh yeah, okay. Let me just actually no, this isn't gonna hurt me. Oh, you're right. The answer was clear if only I'd gotten a little thought. Yeah, I even gave it a little thought and I still messed it up. As it just so happens, the defense team investigated the contents of this envelope with the assistance of a forensic scientist. What? He's like, wait, what? You have access to a forensic scientist? I don't even have that. No, that this letter is addressed to Drew Misham. Oh. Why would he address a letter to himself? Let alone send a suicide note to himself. I mean, I don't know. I've been scooped. Oh, that's so horrible. Horrifying. Bonk, bonk, bonk. Order, order, order. I don't like this weird sprite of him. Mr. Brushel, can you explain this to the court? Oh, my. How could I have forgotten? I suppose this happens to the best of us. Reporter gets old, forgets lots, end quote. I'm still waiting for an explanation, Mr. Brushel. Well, that's the thing. See, after he put his letter in that envelope, Mr. Misham sat there searching his desk drawer for something. His desk drawer? Yes, a stamp. A so-called postage stamp, end quote. A stamp? Whatever for? Do you guys not know how the mail works? What? You guys not... But... Well, to mail his letter, what else? Yeah, what do you mean? My old stamping grounds. No, oh no. Not the puns. I do love it. And then, why, yes, I think I saw him put this letter in his box. Yes, it was a yellow envelope, and he put it in that box. So it was a different envelope. Bonk. Well, apparently this yellow letter has nothing to do with the case. Oh, how I wish it did. Just to think, if that were a suicide note, what a story. Star writes suicide note in front reporter fails, or in front of reporter falls, end quote. As I was saying, that has nothing to do with this case. That said. Yes, Your Honor? It makes me wonder about the contents of the red envelope. $100,000 is quite a good deal of money. So, this is from 7 years ago, yeah? So, am I finished here? I mean, am I finished? I was thinking of, going home to start writing. Get out of my court. Get out of my court. I hate to state what should be pretty obvious to anyone, but when you catch the scent of a story, you make that rather unique face. Oh, are they like... Is his actual, like, nose... Like, that's not, like... Gross. Come on. An attorney has active imagination, little else. End quote. Even I noticed something, and my eyes aren't what they used to be. I'm starting to understand what all this perceiving stuff is about. We didn't even perceive, like, at all in the last case. I think we did it once. It feels like... I don't know. They, like, added this game mechanic, but they, like, you never use it. I don't know. I mean, it's a weird mechanic. It's not bad, but it's just, like, another thing to do. And it feels very scripted. So, I don't know. Big as E2s. Honestly, mine are the opposite. My IRL glasses make my eyes a lot smaller. Also, is my like PNG dead? Yeah, my PNG's been dead. My PNG's been reacting to the game audio, so that's cool. Okay, here we go. Judge has an active imagination, end quote. Bonk. Please continue with your testimony. Tell us about the scent of the story. Hey, I'm the one asking questions here, usually. Please don't. That's gross. Don't wash your glasses with that. You're just gonna scratch them. Stop. I hate this guy. The sooner he gets off the screen, the better. The scent of a story. Actually, it took a bit of work to get a thumbs up review on the review. Reporter leverages story, gets his interview, end quote. The story concerned a certain case from 7 years ago. However, an envelope probably had something to do with it. Say what you will, but Drew's talent was without compare. Okay. So you threatened to go to the press with this story. That's how you got your interview? Blackmail? Well, yes. I mean, no. Bro. Just admitted. Your Honor. I mean, this is a different trial, but he did that. You can get him for that, right? Like, different case, right? We still have to do our thing, but like, good job, Brushel. Very well done. It wasn't exactly black. I mean, not. Something wrong, Mr. Brushel. Are we just gonna brush that off? Come on. That was a good one. That was a good one. We're just gonna brush that off. We're gonna brush that comment aside. God, I'm so. Yeah, I was lying, Octo. I make the puns. I make the puns here. This is my dumbest. No, I'm kidding. Look. Hired the team to do the jokes. Yes. Team. He did. He actually ghost wrote this whole thing. I'm not actually reacting naturally. I'm reading a script that team wrote, and I have it up off to my side here. I'm just reading through the script, you know, to make little insightful comments, little puns. So everyone say thank you to team for writing today's stream script. E2 streams are ghost written by team. Look, this is my story, my tidbit. Journalist's info is livelihood, end quote. I see. Well, you have to be chatting, or while you have me chatting anyway here, what's going on out there? What if someone Wally Wordsworth or Sally Scooper gets wind of my story? They could be going to the press while I'm not going to waste. Yeah, you're going to prison. I mean, you're probably just going to get a fine. I don't know if you would get sent to prison for that. I don't know. You probably would get sent to jail at least. I don't know. The court feels your pain, Mr. Brushel. Mr. Justice, let's pick up the pace. Certain case 7 years ago. Wait, 7 years ago? You're talking about Trucy's dad. Oh, wait, we can perceive. It's time to perceive. I guess we'll go and okay. Alright, let's press and then we'll do some perception. Come on, Dion. The classic D's nuts. Good one. The victim, Drew Misham, had an aversion to reporters. Boy, I guess not even my considerable charms did much for him. Until I finally got my thumbs up, that is. Maybe you can elaborate on that for a bit. Okay. Exactly what sort of story was this? Oh, a little one. Like I said, nothing more, nothing less, nothing in between. End quote. I might have suggested I had a lead on this particular story, but I didn't threaten her cajole or nothing. Cajole? I feel like I should know that, right? Is that not just the Spanish word? Cajole? Persuade. Cajole? No, it's just straight up cajole. Never heard that word. Cajole? Tell me that does not just look like a like a Spanish word. I get, okay, it's not, but it definitely looks like something. Neon, you can back me up, right? I feel like cajole All right, when you say cajole, I don't think Mexican at all, or Spanish, or any kind of Hispanic language. Cajole. Cajones. Yeah, I guess maybe I'm thinking of cajon. You know, it's like close. This is cajole. Cajole. That's so funny. Never heard that word.
Cajole. Cajole. Cajole.
Cajole. Very cool. It just means to persuade someone. Cool. I didn't threaten or cajole or nothing. Honest. It's archaic. Closer to yield in English. Ah. Classic, you know. I guess if there's anyone to use a word like that, it would be this loser on screen. No offense to anyone who says cajole, but I think of this guy now, so I apologize. In an hopefully buttering up kind of way. Oh. Okay, interesting. Well, you learn a new word every day. At least I try. By playing video games. So a suggestion was enough to get an interview. Mr. Misham must have really wanted to keep it under wraps. A certain case 7 years ago. Tell us, what case? Let me state one thing, Mr. Attorney, and you can quote me on this. I can't talk about that case. What? Why not? It's about journalistic pride and staunchness and credibility and connections. Journalists reveal sources only over his dead body, end quote. Oh my god, I hate that sprite. I didn't get to read it. So what'll it be? Gonna strangle me? Dead men don't tell tales, Mr. Attorney. He sounds pretty determined not to talk. Our chances of breaking his will aren't looking good. But I have a perception tool, so that's the one I need to perceive on. On the one hand, we have your story. On the other hand, this letter. What makes you think the two are related? We're not talking cojones. There was a word, cajole, apparently, and I thought it looked like a Mexican word or a Spanish word. I keep saying I default to Mexican, okay? I apologize. But it looked like a Spanish word. But apparently cajole is a real word. And then Ice was saying probably because it looks like cojones, which is an actual Spanish word. But cajole. I was just saying it's possible. Call it reporter's intuition, ain't quote. Hey, I say a lot of things. You're gonna pick up all of them. You're gonna pick all of them apart? Be my guest. All of them? No, just the incredibly suspicious ones. I see. Anything else to add about Mr. Misham? Just how amazing was Mr. Misham's talent? Huh? Ooh-wee, boy. I mean, hey, he's a star, man, a star. The flow of his brush is like a great undulating river across the canvas. Artist paints lights up the studio like a sun, end quote. This guy is full of wacky gestures. But that one just now was wackier than usual. He looks kind of nervous to me, Apollo. Definitely. Sensing something different before. What, the fact that he's sweating and going insane? Yeah, I can tell. Maybe it's time to bring the... Oh, you know what. The testimony left a bad taste in my mouth. It all makes sense. Nothing jumps out as ridiculous. I wonder what his story he's talking about is. It must have been good to get an interview with a famous recluse like that. Something powerful enough to drag Drew Misham out of the hiding. I wonder. Maybe it had something to do with Mr. Misham's art. Alright, so clearly they want me to go to the end here. So let's perceive. Perceive. Looking for any twitches. Let's hear it again. I don't really see anything. Also, can I like pause? Yeah, because I can pause. Something weird in your Adam's apple. Do 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 do. I mean, I don't see anything. I mean, he said to do it on this one. All right, let's check here. He's definitely like lying on this line. I think that's what we're getting to, that he actually wasn't a good artist. I know he made like fakes, but I mean the fakes were still convincing. I mean, I guess let me pass and because he's clearly like lying here. Yeah, he's definitely lying. What was the other one? The other one to perceive was gonna be... I don't think it was gonna be this one. But I'll try this. Let's try this. See, because I don't know what I'm looking for is the problem. I don't know if it's like... I guess the only real places it could be would be his neck, his face... and then his hand over here. Yeah. Do 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 do. I don't think it's there. I think it literally said it was like on this one. He literally said, time to pull up the you-know-what, which is his perception thing. But I don't see what I need to... I don't see anything out of the ordinary. I'm just looking for like any movement besides his mouth. Even his ears or something. I don't know what else it could be. I don't see like any other thing that would be able to move. Unless it's like not this. He literally said pull it out on this line. So if it's not on this line, I don't know. I guess I'll try the other lines. Yeah, 'cause then she says that testimony left a bad taste in my mouth. Right? Because if we go here, we press, he says how amazing, he's clearly lying about something here. This guy's full of wacky. That was wackier than usual. He looks like he's nervous. Definitely something different. It's time to bring, oh, you know what? I don't know. I mean, I guess I could perceive all of them just to waste time. He's clearly not lying on this one, though. Okay. Okay, next. I didn't mean to press that. Alright, next one. Ugh, no, this is gameplay. Staring at the throat repeatedly. It's fun. Yeah, I don't know. I hope they don't have this. I don't know how I feel about this. It was kind of fun. But I think you already had good mechanics, you know? The mechanics you had were already, like, good. The whole court thing. Like, I don't know why we needed a new mechanic. It's gotta be here. I just don't know what on earth he's asking me to look at. I mean, I could make a save and just present. I don't see what what's happening though. Oh my gosh. He's clearly lying here. But what am I supposed? I can't perceive anything. I don't know. Well, what if I just perceive? I don't know. I'm gonna make a save because I think this is clearly what they want. I have no idea what I'm looking for. They make it so obvious though. That's the main issue, is it's always super obvious. So I don't know. I don't really know. I mean, I'm gonna try this. Just see. I don't think it is anything. Mr. Brushel, you're hiding something. York! Don't you tell? Oh my god. Don't yell all of a sudden like that. You give a guy a heart attack. Sorry. It's just that was your really the way you were moving just now. It's particularly suspicious. What's that supposed to mean? So usually it's just, I'm just sort of averagely suspicious. Sorry, man, my mistake. You're fine. I know I'm onto something here. Time to focus. No, you're not onto something. All right, so there's no penalty. I'm just gonna keep perceiving. I don't know. They literally said perceive. I don't know what to perceive.
Gotcha.
Okay, same thing. They said to perceive, but there's nothing to perceive. Alright, we'll do the next line, I guess.
Gotcha!
Well, at least there's no punishment for this. Alright, we have our first ad break of the night here. I hope you get some fun and entertaining ads. You're not going to miss anything. I'm literally just going to be perceiving every single line known to mankind, because this game really tells me to keep doing it. It's like there's nothing...
Gotcha!
Okay. God, I really hope I'm doing this right. 'Cause I really don't know. Is he like loosening his tie or something? Because I don't want to be stuck on this for the next like hour again. I mean, maybe there's just some contradiction I can find somewhere else. Probably had something to do with it 7 years ago. I don't think I have anything. I didn't mean to press him. Because he can't talk about that. What do I got from here anyway? We got the autopsy, the paintings, the retroquinine, the poison. Got the poison. Got the letter. Oh my gosh. I don't think it would be this one. It would probably be... What is there to be like twitching or doing? There's literally nothing on his body that I could look at. You have his arm. I mean, maybe his chest would like beat or something. I guess his tie might move. I mean, what do they want me to look at? I really just don't know. Oh man, welcome back from ads, everyone. This is definitely like my least favorite thing. I do not like I hope this perception thing does not come back. There's like no way to like even vaguely know. You just have to look at every place. This is very much not fun. I don't really want to look it up. I haven't had to look anything up. Why would they The thing is, they told me to use it on this specific, like, on this specific line. So I feel like I need to, but also what if I don't have to? Okay. I just feel really weird that I might need to actually look up a guide. I have never had to look up a guide ever. I mean, I've struggled and sat on something, but I usually have at least some way. You know, and I figure it out eventually. But this is just truly, there's nothing. There's nothing to go off of except just continually looking around. Can't even like look at the elbow. Just no like twitch in the arm. Like I've had cases like with longer cross examinations where I just can't find them. This is already, but like, I don't know. I'm just not having fun. I've never not had fun. And I am just, this is not where it's at. I don't know what they want me to. All right, I'm done. I'm looking it up. I don't care. I don't care if it's tainted. I'm looking this up. This is the worst mechanic ever. I hate it. I don't even know what to look up. Let's go Brushel. Apollo Justice Perception. Let's see if I can find it. Okay, somebody gave me a hint. Here, we got a hint. Somebody gave me a hint. Been staring at this guy for almost an hour. Oh my god, he's just like me. He's just like me. I'm getting weirded out by him at this point. I'm tripping or something. All I request is a little hint, not an actual answer. All right, this guy is me from 17 years ago. All right, the more cryptic. The message was deleted. When pressed, he may scrub the evidence away. It's not a twitch. It's something that the body does under heat. Okay. It's not a twitch. It's something the body does under heat. The sweat, there was no sweat on his body. He didn't say during which part of the statement or even which. So at least the TC will still have some work to. Okay, I don't know what we're talking about. All right, guys, stop. Keep in mind, you have to press Brushel before you're able to perceive his habit. I did. I pressed him. I pressed all of the things. All right, so someone said there's sweat. I literally watched it. There's no sweat. Is it like Do I check his armpits? I don't know. This is kind of gross. I hope this isn't it. I'm late. You really haven't missed anything, Gare. I've been staring at this guy for way too long. I've just been staring at this guy. And so hard that I'm looking up a stupid guide because it's so dumb. So you haven't missed anything. Alright, let's check his other armpit, I guess. What other parts can the body do you sweat from? Wait a minute. Oh, that's it? Are you kidding me? Look at this. Look at this. Look at how stupid this is. Are you ready? Right there. Right there. That's so dumb. That's so stupid. I hate this mechanic. This is the worst mechanic ever. This is awful. I'm sorry, Gary. You've joined at a heated moment. You've joined during a heated E2 moment. I've been staring at this loser for so long. Only to realize you have to look at his sweaty armpits. This is a great game. It is a great game. This part just sucks. Gotcha! You sweat! That's genius. Alright, that was dumb. Sweat much, Mr. Brushel? Also, huge self-conscious moment for me. I sweat so much. It's very sad. So I feel for you, Mr. Brushel. Alright. Yeah, well, a man can't help his glands, you know? It's more than that. When Mr. Misham's talent was mentioned, you suddenly began to sweat buckets. Ah, you're hiding something about his talent. Oh, that was, whoops. Wrong voice. You're hiding something about his talent. What? That's ridiculous. Evidence time. Yeah, I hate it. I've been dealing with it for life. Makes life not fun. Let's show where Mr. Misham's true talent lay. It just so happens I have evidence showing the talent mentioned in that letter. I guess I could use this one. Found it true. Let's do this one. Is there anything else that says he forged them or this is a fake drawing? I guess any of the three. Let's do this one. I can't help but wonder what the court is supposed to conclude from this evidence. Oh. Other than that, you've made a horrible mistake? Okay. Well, I'm gonna reload and keep showing you... I'm gonna keep showing you paintings until you tell me the reason. Alright. You're hiding something about his talent. Okay. I guess it would be this one. This painting was found in Mr. Misham's studio. There were two problems with this painting. The first, it wasn't painted by Mr. Misham. The second is that there was another painting in the studio, which looked exactly like this one, except it was only half done. Then we have a letter discussing payment of 100,000, which suggests a certain business operation. The business of making forgeries. I mean, say what you will, like, forgery is difficult. You know, you still have to be a very good artist to make a very convincing duplicate, you know? Not saying it's good, but you can't say that he's not talented. That takes so much skill. Not just that you're a good artist, but you're also good at understanding other people's art and able to imitate them and see what makes their art and being able to replicate that. Like that, I feel like that takes more talent than being like a normal artist that just makes their own stuff, you know? That is all, Your Honor. No matter how hard it's got, drench yourself. Yeah, and never be cleansed. Yeah, the pain. Everyone, please, everyone. Can we keep this private, please? This is my story, my scoop. Forgery, that's a serious crime. Drew Misham is known as an artist these days. But there were rumors if he dabbled in another kind of art until a few years back. Another art meaning forgery? Drew Misham was talented, all right. Talented at making precise detailed fakes. A fact that certain criminal elements were quick to discover. Criminal elements? What? You can't seriously be talking about... Exactly. I'm talking about forging evidence. Forging evidence? Okay. That's something else. What do you mean forging evidence? The rumors started circulating 7 years ago. 7 years ago? So are we to understand that this letter, this payment of $100,000 was for? Exactly. Forged evidence, and that's tidy profit, end quote. Okay. Order, order, order. Why, it's like our victim was living a double life. Haha. This is my chance. That was the weakest aha I've ever done. Aha! This is my chance. That's a little better. A little better. We're getting there. Still waking up. So the victim had ties to the criminal world, right? He could have had plenty of enemies who we know. He could have plenty of enemies we know nothing about. Objection! This is my first time hearing of this criminal world. We certainly found no criminal connections when we conducted our investigation. Objection! But how do you explain all this money? You have to admit there's a possibility of some illegal activity here. Objection! But there's no proof tying this letter to our case. I mean, our case was and remains simple from the beginning. Only the defendant could have poisoned that mug that night. And you, of course. Hey. The only thing I poison is my pen when I'm writing reviews. Another crime to your list? Another crime? Bonk. Mr. Brushel, your testimony to this point has been quite unreliable. It doesn't speak well of your reporting acumen. What are you talking about? My journalism is rock solid. Journalism so solid you could stand an elephant on it. End quote. Okay. In any case, let's hear a summarized recap of your testimony. We can ascertain the situation in that studio from the recap. The trial is over. Apollo, what's he talking about? The cross-examination showed Mr. Brushel didn't have a reason or means to poison him. As long as there's no other suspects, then the killer had to be Vera, that's what. This next testimony is our last chance. Mr. Brushel, your testimony, please. Oh, what now? I hope we're done perceiving. The only other person in that studio that night was the defendant. It was Vera who poured the coffee. She admitted as much herself. The only thing that touched Drew's lips that night... Okay, I read that the only thing that touched Drew's lips were the interviewer. I'm like, what did you do to his lips? What? Why are we kissing the victim now? I'm so tired, guys. The only thing that touched Drew's lips during the interview was that mug. And nothing left that studio after he died. Nothing. Clearly, the only one who could have poisoned him was his daughter. A nice testimony, clear and succinct, and without room for doubt. Aw, shucks. You really think so? I believe that clarifies the situation that night. Very well, Mr. Justice, you may begin your final cross-examination. Right. I still have one trump card left to play. I won't let this trial end until I use it. I don't know about no trump card. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? This thing? Can I open it now? No. What trump card? Oh, this. We found some of the poison in this tiny frame. Okay, well, let's press him. But that doesn't prove Vera poisoned it. Objection! How many times have we heard that one here, Forehead? The poison reached its victim via that coffee mug. And from where did that coffee come from, Not to beat a dead horse again and again, but perhaps you could fill us in. I'm on it. You need a horse to... You need a horse beat? I'm your man. Please don't beat horses. Please don't do that, buddy. And you witnessed her pouring the coffee? Of course I didn't witness it when she came in with that tray. The coffee was already poured in a steaming. Let's not forget the defendant has admitted to pouring the coffee herself. I heard her statement. I poured and served, and I killed. She didn't say I killed, did she? What? I didn't... Did she say that? Are you lying? Clav wouldn't lie. She must have actually said that. Did you actually... Yeah, no, don't beat the Uma Musume. They would beat you up, let's be honest. They would just barely kick you and all of your bones would vaporize. What? That last part was just slow. Yeah, that's a crazy joke, Clav. That's a crazy joke. Clav Gav. He's Clavier, Gavin, Clav Gav. I'm sure there's a joke in there somewhere. I don't think I'm gonna get anywhere with this coffee mug. I need to find another weak spot in this case. The only thing that touches Drew's lips during that interview was the mug. You're sure about that? Well, to be really, really precise, I was busy gobbling mint candies the whole time. One of those candies might have been poisoned. Alright, that was a stupid one. Come on, Apollo, that one was dumb. Yeah, at the time of the autopsy, no fresh fragrance of mint filled the room. And no mint residue was found. Were you looking for mint residue? It was a long shot anyway. Don't tell me you're still trying to prove this. You think the victim ate, drank, or otherwise ingested something other than coffee. Well, Mr. Justice, you have some proof. Possibility is there, I can feel it, just maybe not prove it yet. Possibility isn't gonna cut it, not now. Mr. Misham ingested the poison via the route other than coffee. He ingested? No, not yet. Are you... What do you mean? Not yet. It can't be proven. I do believe our little forehead is growing up. Pity we like the rash, youthful forehead best. Another hole in this case I need to plug in before I can prove anything. First things first, I better uncover a weak spot to try to strike against. On with the cross-examination. Nothing left at studio. Not one thing, you sure? Yep, sure as can be. Well, with one exception. What exception? What? A journalist Spark Brushel does interview. Leave studio, end quote. Obviously you left. Come on. It's a joke, get it? Not funny. I know, but still. Oh my god, it's me. He's just like me. Did something leave the studio that night? Does that sound familiar? Where have I heard that before? Bunk. Now that we've proven our witness is a comedian of sorts, I'd like to turn to our defense attorney before returning to the testimony. Do you have any idea what anything might have been? Have any idea what, if anything, might have left? I don't know if I can prove that yet. Would it be this? Looks like you have to take the back part off to put a photo inside. It'd have to be a really small photo to fit in there. True. And that pale bluish stain. Why would there be a poison in something like this? Well, there's one obvious reason. We put poison in the coffee, rubbed a bit on here too. It's not very obvious, Trucy. So that's some of the coffee the poison found in the coffee cup. What could have left the room that night? Maybe I just do a long shot and show them this. Have any idea what, if anything, might have left the studio? A letterbox? Yeah. Oh, yeah, I guess I could do that. I mean, I wouldn't be saying the letterbox, but it would be a letter in the letterbox. Because, yeah, didn't he say... I think Russell said he put a letter in the letterbox. So, yes. I mean, we could try that. Just make a save here. Yeah, maybe a letter. Not the letter. Not this specific letter, because this specific letter was found in the room. But if we say the letterbox, we could say that it might go to there was a letter that was sent out. Want to say just one thing? Maybe the letterbox? I think one thing might have very well left the studio that night, actually. A certain something that has vanished from the crime scene.
By what you mean? Something other than a witness?
Of course. Don't tell me. Veramisham? Believe me, any comic relief I may provide is entirely unintentional. Bonk.
Then let's see what you've got for us, Mr. Justice.
Well, this thing wasn't at the scene of the crime, so I can't show it to you. But I do have evidence that shows it could have been taken from the scene. Dun 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 dun! The letterbox! This is the only link between the studio and the outside world.
A letterbox?
What did Mr. Brushel just tell us? When he entered the studio on the night of the murder, the victim had just finished writing a letter.
Yeah, I said that, and yeah, it was true.
Furthermore, you went on to tell us that he put a letter in the yellow envelope and put it in the letterbox.
Was it a stamp?
No. There's a stamp on here. They were talking about a stamp, but I didn't really get why they were so surprised about it. Because you need a stamp for a letter. I guess, what do you mean by, was it a stamp? Because I also didn't understand when they said, oh, what is he doing with the stamp? I'm like, I don't know, he's putting it on a letter to mail in. Oh. But that very same letterbox was empty, in other words. That night, the yellow envelope disappeared. Ah, yes, intriguing. So an envelope has disappeared from the scene of the crime. Of course, this changes nothing.
Huh? He has a point, Mr. Justice. Bonk. What we're trying to figure out here is how the poison got into Mr. Misham. Is it really important that the envelope the witness says he saw disappeared?
Well, if it did disappear, then something did leave the studio that night. That seems very important to me.
Very well, then. The witness will add this to their testimony.
You got it. I still think this fails to change anything here, Forehead. I wouldn't be so sure. A letter did disappear from the crime scene that night. It's exactly the opening I've been looking for. Okay.
A letter was put into the post from the studio, but I hardly think it matters.
Nothing could be more serious than an envelope disappearing from the studio. And you were hiding that fact from us.
Yeah, well, actually...
I don't argue the possibility that a letter disappeared from the studio. But, Herr Forehead, isn't there much more serious question before us? Right, how Mr. Misham was poisoned, I know. But Mr. Brushel's testimony has changed, which means the facts of the case have too. He could have licked the stamp. Oh, that's what you're saying. Okay. I see. So the only things is we found the poison on his cup. We found it on the brim of his cup. And we also found the poison in here. Which, you know, now that I look at it, you know what it was? Yeah, I think you're right, Gare. I think you're right. I think whoever put this here, put the poison on the stamp, put it in this thing. He, the victim, Mr. Misham, took the stamp off, licked the stamp. God, you could tell how old this. In my defense, you don't lick stamps anymore. I never would have remembered that you have to lick stamps. In my defense, but anyway, so he would have licked the stamp, put it on the envelope, sent it out, then gone to drink from his coffee. So the coffee didn't have the poison. He had the poison. He put the poison on the coffee because he got it from the stamp. And for whatever reason, this stamp was framed. Also, yeah, completely. I forgot. You have to lick stamps. This game came out. When did this came out? 2010, 2019, maybe? Hold on. Apollo Justice. No, not the trilogy. Ace Attorney. 2007. I think the game takes place in 2010. Let me just look up non-lickable stamps creation. When did stamps stop being licked? In 2002. They had self-adhesive. Wait a minute. So this game takes place in 2010-ish. But he's had that stamp from this point. He's had that stamp for 7 years, which would put it back at around 2003. And you could fudge that to be like, okay, maybe he had one of the last, you know, it's not going to be like an instant rollout. I only knew you had to lick the envelope. Yes, now that I did know. You have to lick the actual envelope. But you have to lick this. You used to, up until 2002, apparently. You had to lick the stamps. So does that mean like... I mean, how many people... I think that's just a coincidence, to be fully honest. I don't think this game expected you to know that lickable stamps were invented in 2002. Or at least widespread usage was 2002. I highly doubt that. But, I mean, I should have expected it, though, because we're using VHS tapes in this game. So, yeah, I probably should have expected that. Dang. Well, I mean, we kind of solved the case, but as you'll come to find with a Phoenix Wright game or an Ace Attorney game, solving the case is like a quarter of the battle. Because now that we know what happened, we have to figure out how the game wants us to tell them. It's gonna be very annoying now that we know what happened. Because we're gonna know the answer, but the characters in the game isn't gonna know the answer. So we're just gonna be having a good old time. All right, I'm pouring some tea. It's weird because like sometimes I'm like, oh yeah, we figured it out early. We're so smart. Which happens, I don't know, at least once or twice per game. I can figure out the case relatively early, but when it does, you're like, yeah, we're all so smart. We figured it out, guys. And then you have to sit there being like, oh my God, I know the answer, but I don't know what evidence to prove it. I don't know what you want from me. Maybe it's a Japan thing. Do Japanese, or maybe does Japan have lickable stamps? You know, I'm gonna assume no, Gare, because I just realized there's no way anyone has ever answered this question before. And it's not gonna be able to be figured out by a quick Google search. I can research it later. But that being said, this game is localized, so this game takes place in California. So, but no, the original is in Japan, and they wouldn't have changed it that much. So, I assume this is also the thing in Japan. So, okay, let's keep going now that we know. All right, what are we doing? What he's told us means that something entirely different. Now, I'm starting to think. Let's keep thinking, Apollo. Clearly, the only one who could have poisoned him was his daughter. You say clearly, as though it was as if it were obvious. But this claim that the defendant poisoned the victim is merely conjecture. Ah, yes, well, you see, in my business, it's all about making the most ridiculous things sound right. A bad habit, I know. Hey, that's my job. Yes, well, actually, I guess that this is more of a case of ridiculous journalist sounds wrong, end quote. The court is forced to agree with you. Please refrain from wild conjecture. Understood, loud and clear. Only I could believe that. What do you think, Apollo? Everything he's saying seems so not flawed. Well, that's the kind of what you want from a testimony, really. I need to keep my eye on what matters. How and why was Drew Misham killed? Vera poured the coffee. That's not going to change. But if that coffee didn't kill him, I need to find what did and prove it. It'd be easier just to create stamps with adhesive, just the substance. They're just the substance you gotta like to stick it, yeah. I mean, that's why they invented them. But gosh, I never would have thought that licking stamps would be a... I mean, that shows the age of the game. I mean, everything shows the age of the game. It's funny though, I forgot who pointed it out, but because this game came out in 2007 and it took place in the future, it was a game that took place in the future and now it takes place in the past. I don't know how many games are like that, but most of the Phoenix Wright games, well, I keep saying Phoenix Wright, but most of the Ace Attorney games with the Great Ace, ignore the Great Ace, that's like a couple generations in the past. That one obviously doesn't count. But most of the Ace Attorney games take place in the future. And now they take place in the past. That's a weird thing. But I guess it's not that weird. Alright, a letter was put in the post from the studio, but I hardly think that matters. I guess I make a save here. Let's go part 5. I mean, there's no way we could just say this. I could try. Objection! Yeah, no, they don't know about this yet. Alright, so they don't know about the... I had to make sure I wasn't overriding. Alright, I don't know if I can do this yet. Nothing could be, you were hiding the fact. Oh, maybe it could be the $100,000. No. Clearly reveals a contradiction. I guess I'd be using a contradiction though, not a... The only thing that... Oh, this is where I could do the stamp.
Objection!
No, not yet. Unless I go... Because they know about the letter. He sealed the letter. So if I go back and I say the letter...
Objection!
No. All right, we're almost there. I'm going to try the letterbox. Yeah, because if we say the letter, he definitely had to lick the letter. So the only thing that touches lips was the mug. Let's try the letterbox.
Objection!
No, still not the letterbox. I know there was something else where I could have added something to it. The only thing was the mug. I don't think I have anything else because I did that one. All right. I think it was this one. Back to the Future as a whole. Future events. Actually, yeah, you're right. The whole Back to the Future. Although that one's all about time travel, but still, yeah, you're right. That one took place in the past and now it's in the future. And all right, let's see. Okay, so it wasn't that one, it was this one. I'm gonna just see if I can do this. I know they said I probably don't have it right now, but I'm gonna try. Was it this one? There was something where I could have pressed. Is it gone now?
Objection!
I can't prove it yet, but I'm gonna give it a shot. Proof is possible. Here goes nothing. This doesn't sound good. You do understand what we need, yeah? Proof, Hair Forehead. Possibility, not possibilities. Of course. And Prosecutor Gavin, I hope you understand. I'm ready to give you that proof. What did you say? I have proof of the disappearing envelope. Oh, is this it? I saw him writing a letter. I did. Which was picked up by the mailman, I assume. Of course, which means that envelope had a stamp on it. Ah, so here we go. Okay. A stamp? Oh. As we all know, stamps come with dried glue on the back. As we all know, in the year of our Lord 2010, we haven't licked a stamp in over 8 years at this point. As we all know, we all lick stamps all the time. We also all send people send letters back in 2010 2007. Yeah, no, that's fine. Still, we all lick stamps, every single one of us, from our youngest 5-year-old to the oldest 98-year-old. They all know we lick stamps before we put them on our mail. Am I crazy, guys? Clear. This had to have been. I'm gonna ask my mom after this. Well, I'm gonna ask her tomorrow. She's gonna be asleep. I'm gonna ask her. I'm gonna be like, in 2007, were you still licking stamps? Because yes, maybe they were invented in 2002. Maybe they weren't widespread. You know. I'm gonna ask. Be like, hey, when was the last time you licked a stamp? I've never licked a stamp. Granted, I never started mailing stuff until much later. So I really never had the chance to. So I'm gonna have to reach out. I'm gonna ask my mom. Your mom's gonna be 2007. Dude, if she says exactly 2007, I'm gonna be like, oh my god, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. My mom does have a very good memory. I don't think it would be that specific, but if she does, that would be crazy. I'd be like, oh my god, I hate it here. In order to use the glue, you have to wet it by licking the stamp.
Objection!
No one worth taking it. No one worth talking actually licks stamps in this day and age. This is not a plot point. There's no way this is a plot point. I refuse to believe this is a plot point. Don't. Because if this is like, oh, no one does that nowadays, how was I, the player, supposed to know? Oh, man. Even if you wanted to talk to him, you couldn't. He's dead after all.
Objection!
What does that have to do with anything? Okay, so we licked the stamp, but wait. How does that explain the atroquinine on the rim of the coffee mug?
Objection!
If he licked the back of the poison stamp, the poison would get on his tongue, yes? Okay, so we were really supposed to figure this out now. Because this is day 1 of the case. So this is probably the least. That makes me feel sad, because I felt like we were doing some smart sleuthing. But in reality, they already knew. They were just going to tell us this right now. All right. What would happen if he puts the coffee mug to his mouth, Those traces on the mug weren't the killer's doing. It was the other way around. What? Excuse me. The coffee mug didn't poison Mr. Misham. Mr. Misham poisoned the coffee mug himself. I realized that sounded really stupid. Bonk, bonk, bonk. Order, order, order! But he does. That doesn't it? Recall if you would. Atroquinine. I know I'm saying this wrong, but I'm saying atroquinine, I don't care. Is a slow-acting poison, yes? The poison entered his body when he put a stamp on the envelope. But his time wasn't up until the very moment he touched his lips to that cup of joe. Do you like it? I don't care about this guy's reaction. You have something to add, Mr. Brushel. Oh, his nose is picking up another scent. As I believe I mentioned earlier. Well, that's the thing, see? After he put his letter in the envelope, Mr. Misham sat there searching his desk drawer for something. Yeah, a stamp. A so-called postage stamp. End quote. But, you know, I don't seem to remember him even finding one. Maybe he just run out. Incidentally, we searched his desk drawer at the scene of the crime. There were no stamps, not a single one. That does pose a problem. How will you prove the stamp was coated with poison? Actually, I'm glad no other stamps were found. That makes proving the stamp he used was poisoned possible. Good show, good show. You can't even prove there was a stamp at the scene in the first place. Bonk. Well, let's hear what the defense has to say. Didn't I literally already prove this? Where's your evidence that this proves the existence of the stamp? Right here. Well, that certainly is a cute little frame, and by little, I mean really little. It was on the victim's desk, Your Honor. Quite empty, as you can see for yourself. I noticed that too during my inspection. So what? Apparently you weren't as observant as you should have been. Ooh, roasted. Get roasted. You see, when you saw this frame, it was missing something quite important. Missing something? Yes, a pale bluish stain inside the frame. Atroquinine residue. What? Why wasn't I told about this? I don't know. Gotta hang out with forensic scientists, am I right? Emma, you're the best. I still think Emma is better than Trucy. It's such a close battle. Such a close battle. The frame is only 2 inches square. The face of the frame is even smaller. Maybe an inch wide at most. Oh, you aren't saying... Oh, but I am. Tell me, what fits in such a small frame? A commemorative stamp, perhaps? Wow. Bonk, bonk, bonk. Order, order, order! The poison stamp was in this frame. Impossible. Prosecutor Gavin? Why would he put something like that on his desk? Don't tell me he had it there so he could commit suicide if the mood struck. You know, can I say something? No, I don't want you to talk. I just had a thought, you see. What, Mr. Brushel? And please stop jittering around like that. the victim was a forger, right? There's a lot of money in that line of work. Forger forges friends, make enemies too, end quote. So the poison stamp might have been the murder weapon that aimed at him. Nice. Bonk. Oh, rich. That's rich. Well, that's a pretty good time for ads. Unfortunately, that sucks. But hey, should be our second ad break of the night. I hope you get something fun and entertaining. I will see you in a bit, catch you up with what you miss out on. But hey, if you don't want to watch the ads, you can sub or hop over to YouTube, whichever one floats your fancy. Or you could sit. I appreciate you hanging out through the ads. See you in a bit. Leave the ridiculous flights of fancy to the Gavin Near song lyrics, please. Finally, something we agree on. The stamp was a murder weapon? Nonsense. Murder is a simple business. Who would go to such lengths? No one. Oh, I disagree. Come on again. Even Gavin's like, oh, dude, come on. He's like, bro, I was cool. Stop messing with my vibe, dude. It's like, come on, man. I thought we were cool. Recall, if you would, the victim's recluse lifestyle. Drew Misham hid from the world. He avoided meetings. His only contact with the outside world was the mail. The mail? Now, if you wanted to kill someone, you could meet, but you knew read letters. A stamp would be the perfect weapon. Ridiculous. Where's your proof? I want proof. Show us the evidence that the poison stamp was sent to him as a murder weapon. I might not have evidence, per se, but things are finally starting to come together. What is it, Apollo? Your fists are trembling. I think I know what happened. I don't believe it, but I can see it. I think I know how Mr. Mission was killed. Well, fill us in, Mr. Justice. A certain piece of evidence points to the truth, Your Honor. I could show you how someone with intent to kill... I can show you how someone with the intent to kill... I don't know what you're talking about. What do you mean? Why am I doing double evidence? I can show you how someone with the intent to kill... I can show you how someone with the intent to kill sent Mr. Misham the stamp of death. I don't know. Through the mailbox? What? I wasn't ready for this. I'm not sure it's entirely clear to me what this proves, Mr. Jess. I don't either, huh? Was I wrong? I believe we have shown probable intent to kill. Except the killer would be Herr Judge and the victim, you. Oh! Alright, whatever. I don't know. I wasn't expecting more. Was I on 5? Yes. 5. Welcome back from ads. You didn't miss me absolutely failing. Oh man, this is such a far save. Guys, I messed up big time. I gotta go so far back. Wait a minute, this one's autosave. Oh, autosave, my beloved. Okay. Autosave, my beloved. I forgot this game has... I don't think I've ever had to use the autosave because I save so much. Okay. Welcome back from the ads. I hope they were fun and entertaining. You didn't miss anything. You didn't miss anything. I did everything right. I definitely didn't forget to save and had to rely on an autosave. Let's go here. Why did I load this? No! I loaded the... I loaded... Ignore that one too. Ignore the... Guys, I'm all over the place. I'm all over the place. Got a Dove Men ad. Nice, that's funny. Oh man, please. I don't know if I even have proof of this. What is it, Apollo? Your fists are trembling. Okay, here we go. So apparently I have evidence. I don't know what evidence it's talking about, but I have evidence. So I'm just gonna start presenting everything. I can show you how someone with the intent to kill sent Mr. Mission the stamp of death. The only thing I could say is maybe this. So we tried the letterbox. The letterbox didn't work. They just mailed it to him. Isn't this the envelope? The one from 7 years ago? Think about the text of the letter again. Oh, okay. So I just had to prove. Okay, so I was on the right track with the mail letterbox. There were 2 pages in the envelope. This is page 1. This is page 2. All right, no offense to anyone who writes, you know, or maybe who's like slightly, I don't want to say illiterate, but like, look at how small this is, or look at how big the writing is. You could easily have fit in this on 1 page. Why does this need to be split into 2 pages, you know? And this is like an artist who clearly can see the tiny details on his paintings. Why do we need to use like 30-point font and, you know, kill 2 trees? It's a commemorative stamp, so would have to commemorate something. Yeah. He would commemorate what happened back in 2010. Yeah, and look at the line spacing. This is crazy. And you know it's not because this person is illiterate, because look at how beautiful the penmanship is. Clearly this person can write well. Why do we need to waste 2 pieces of paper? I want to draw your attention to the one phrase in particular. Send the enclosed envelope. Send in the enclosed envelope. Send in the enclosed envelope with the enclosed stamp within 3 days. The enclosed stamp, Your Honor. Oh, I didn't even read that. Unless the handwriting was commissioned. That is funny. Although, you know, to be fair, if you're doing some illegal activity, paying someone to write a letter, forge a letter for you, or not forge, just write a letter, would throw them off. They wouldn't be able to say it looked like your handwriting because it wasn't. So, I mean, you joke, but that might be a possibility. Look at you, Octo. You're learning the world of the theory crafters. In other words, if I have this straight, the stamp poison on the stamp lick gasp, end quote. Now, what if he had done exactly as the letter asked? He would sign the document, put it in the envelope, and put the stamp on it, right? Then he would put it in his letterbox. 15 minutes wouldn't have elapsed between affixing the stamp and mailing the letter. But the clock started ticking when the time came. But the clock started ticking. And when the time came, he drew his last breath. And the murder weapon would be taken away from the scene. Quite conveniently, thanks to the postal system. All right, what do you got, Gavin? Gav. Such a splendid imagination you have here, Forehead. Let me confirm one thing with you, if I might. So, this poisoned stamp was inside this envelope from 7 years ago, yeah? Is that what you'd have us believe, really? What? Well, it is a little bit of a stretch, but there is a possibility. Yes, a very small possibility. How small, I wonder? Good contribution, Trucy. Good conch. The poison stamp in this envelope that became the murder weapon. How do you intend to prove something this seeming coincidence? Well, I was 7 years ago. We don't even know who sent the letter. And your answer is silence, I see. Very well, I move to... What? Is this Christoph? What? It's not nice to pick on Fräulein Clavier. Who is this? What are you doing? Emma. No, but no. Hi, Emma. I love you. It's good to see you. What? Christoph? What is Christoph doing here? What do you mean, he's in... Is he out of... I guess he's out of jail? He's just here. Was that like a mind flash? Emma? Hi. What about Christoph? Well, like my Christoph Gavin impression? Wait, what? That was a fake out? Why? Why did you do that? That was so confusing. Why did you do that? Was there a point to that? Just to say, hey, remember Christoph Gavin? What is this? Chekhov's Christoph. Chekhov's Christoph. That doesn't really make sense, but you know what I mean. Remember him. I mean, that genuinely might be that. They're just saying like, hey, remember Christoph Gavin exists. For later. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Did I sound like him? I mean, yeah. I too think about Christoph Gavin late at night. Apparently, I do. We all do. Don't quit your day job. Don't you have a crime scene to be looking after, Fräulein Detective? Someone had to come dig you out of all your mess you're making out of this case. Mess? You know, none of this would have happened if you trusted science a little more. You can find out if that stamp was in the envelope easy. Care to explain yourself, Fräulein Detective? Glare at me all you want, but science is on my side. It's all in the residue, right? Oh, that's right. The poison is in the poison detection spray. Bonk. Report. Produce the red envelope at once. You can open it in the authority of the court. Yeah, I was gonna say, why haven't we opened it yet? We should be able to open this letter. Finally. Oh my gosh. Spray. Oh no, they got rid of my speed spray. It's down here, maybe? It's on the second page. Guys? Guys? Hello? Spray? Spray? Aha! I don't know why, whatever. Why was that so hard to find? Well, would you look at that? No mistaking it. That's the atroquinine residue. I don't believe it. A murder weapon from the past. Now, 7 years later, it bears its fangs at last.
Objection!
Absolutely outrageous. Tell me, why? I mean, you're looking at it. Thank you for the stretch. Oh boy. Who cares why? It's there. It's in. I know we need to prove motive in these games, okay? Motive is necessary. Why didn't this murder take place 7 years ago? Well, here's one possibility. Maybe Mr. Misham figured it out. Figured out what? He realized the person who sent the letter wanted him dead. Time to dislocate that spine. Yay! I did. I dislocated all of my vertebrae. And put his decisive evidence in a frame. What? Ah, you're still here. Yeah. Can I make a statement here on the record? I, Spark Razor Toothbrushel, claim this scoop as mine. Drew Misham killed in cold blood by sender of 7-year-old letter, end quote. No, maybe something more succinct. Star falls after 7 years delay, end quote. Can we kill this guy? Bonk. Order, order, order! I see no room for further argument here. Though I admit this is all coming as quite a shock. To think that the murder weapon reached his mouth after 7 years. Stamp is a ticket straight to the afterlife, end quote. That's a good one. You did a good job. Brushel's writing quotes on his arm, just like the traitor of Darkwood. Ah, yes. The Darkwood trailer. Traitor. Traitor. I can't speak. You know what I mean. Uh-oh. I think the witness is a bad influence on our judge. Bonk. I see no need for further debate on this matter. The sender of that letter 7 years ago could hardly have been our defendant. Apollo? I think we just won. There's no way we won. This is day 1. These are 3-day cases. Very well, this court finds the defendant. Thank you, Gavin. We have more. Also, what was the point of the jury if you were just gonna... Is this the bright future of our legal system? Yeah, I was gonna say... We have the juries. I mean, granted, we all forgot about the jury. They make the decision. Oh, man. All right. Prosecutor, Gavin. A ticket to the afterlife from the 7 years ago. Tickets from Gavin here shows are invalid after 2 weeks. But it doesn't make sense any other way. It boggles my mind that so many people haven't noticed this. There's a fatal contradiction in Herr Forehead's claim. A contradiction? The poison stamp was placed in this envelope 7 years ago, whereupon it was framed until now. If that's the case, then why would Drew Misham have done what he did? Emma explained that. He must have realized it was poisoned. Therein lies the rub. 7 years ago, the forger Drew Misham sensed the trap and put the stamp in a frame. I do not debate this, but this begs the question. Why 7 years later did he use that stamp on the night of the murder? Maybe it was like a suicide. Because if he was going to get interviewed and maybe he thought like the truth was going to... Like he was going to get blackmailed. So he was like, well, I'm going to die so no one can tell it, you know? I don't know. Surely you don't mean to suggest that Mr. Misham simply forgot. He put a murder weapon in the frame on his desk for 7 years and forgot? You expect us to believe he sprang the trap on himself? Maybe? While I admit this is all quite shocking myself, it does seem highly unlikely that he would fall a fool of a trap that had been sitting on his desk for 7 years. Apollo? I to sneeze, so I muted. My bad. I don't think we're winning anymore. Ah, I'm glad to see we're all back in the real world now. Welcome back to reality. We've been waiting for you. Okay, then how do you explain the poison stamp that was in this envelope? The poison stamp? Where exactly is this poison stamp again? Have you brought it? I look at it. There's literally the evidence, the residue of it in the letter. It's not there. I could understand. I mean, you have a reasonable thing when you said, why would he do it? That makes sense. But you can't deny there was a stamp. It literally, it was there. You can see where it was. I see no proof that such a thing ever existed. What do you mean? What do you mean? You're looking at it. And the little square, the stamp shape. Gavin, what are you talking about, Clive? Clave. What about the atroquinine residue, huh? Oh, I agree. That does seem to be a atroquinine residue. But her forehead. It's certainly no stamp. What do you mean? It's stamp shaped. Yeah, but even if your precious poison stamp did exist, Drew Mission would never have used it. That is all. Oh my god. He's usually made some very good counter argument. That's a dumb one. I think it's smart to say, why would he do that? Why do you have to say it never existed? Bonk. I believe we've come to a conclusion again. Apollo, we're wrong the whole time? I can't believe it. The poison traces match up, but it can't be a coincidence. Bonk. I'd like to bring some closure to this issue sometime this year. So, Mr. Justice? Yes, Your Honor. Let's review the facts and see where we stand. 7 years ago, Drew Mission received a red envelope. There were traces of the poison atroquinine on the document inside the envelope. A similar trace is also found at the crime scene. On this tiny picture frame, the defense has indicated that the possibility of a yellow envelope, an envelope that left the scene of the crime with a poison stamp on it. Yes, but even if this envelope contained a poison stamp, Andrew Missum, knowing this, put it in the frame, he never would have used the stamp. We haven't used the X-ray Emma has yet. Might come up later. No, we did use it. We used it to read inside the letter. Yeah, that's what we used this for. It was a fancy X-ray machine. I'm pretty sure that's what we used to read this, her X-ray machine. Because that's how we read through the papers. I'm trying to think. We used her spray for this. And that. And I'm pretty sure we used the X-ray machine for the letter. Unless I'm thinking of something else. Was that a different machine? Because there might have been a third machine, and I'm forgetting. I'm afraid you're right. Which means there's a fatal flaw in the defense's case. I haven't been on the wrong track this whole time, I'm sure of it. Traces of atroquinine, the envelope, the frame, and Drew Misham's mysterious death. They're all connected somehow. Well, Mr. Justice, do you have a conclusion for us? The defense stands by its case, Your Honor. I don't think I'm gonna make a save. Who cares? We've seen that the logical outcome of this evidence makes no sense, which means that one of our clues must be fake. Ah, fake clue. Fascinating. And we find this fake clue, your fantasies will prove quite reasonable, yeah? The fake clue that's thrown off the poison's trail is none other than... It's probably the frame. Because if it's not in the frame, then that means he wouldn't have known. So I'm going to say it's the frame. Yeah, Drew Misham is not real. He's a fake person. This frame is the fake clue? Without a doubt, Your Honor. Wasn't it you who presented the evidence to the court? Oh. Hold on a second, Apollo. The poison on the envelope, the frame, and the coffee mug. They're all connected somehow. Oh, right. I can hear it already. It looks like it looks like the fake was you, Hair Forehead. We can flog ourselves later, Apollo. Now's not the time. Now's the time for thinking. What? So is the red envelope fake? Then maybe the red envelope would be fake, right? Why would what does it mean that Drew is fake? The red envelope is a fake? Without a doubt, you're wrong.
Objection!
What do you mean he's the fake? What do you mean? What do you mean? All right, Capcom, what's up?
The victim was a fake clue? I'm afraid I don't understand.
I'll explain. Yeah, you better explain. What do you mean he's fake? We have an envelope, a frame, and a mug linked by poison. That all makes sense. What doesn't make sense is the victim himself.
Objection!
Congratulations, you've completely lost me. Yeah, I'm there too. So the fake evidence is none other than the master of the fake himself, the forger. It makes a good story, I'll give you that. A fake clue, fakes, forgeries. Ah, I know that face. That's the I just had an idea face. I don't know if I'm right, but I'm going with it anyway. Maybe he wasn't the target? That could make sense. What if our forger is the fake? Coming in? 7 years ago, our forger sniffed a trap and stepped aside. 7 years passed. Wait, are you saying that it was like a doppelganger? Are you saying it was a doppelganger? No. Now the forger stumbles into that very same trap and dies. Why?
What will I want to know?
Because the forger who was killed was a fake. No. Is that why Emma pretended to be Gavin to put us in the mindset of people pretending to be other people? Here we are again. The victim was a fake. One forger smelled the trap. One forger fell into the trap. That's 2 forgers, and one of them was a fake. Okay. You know, this is reminding me of Spy Family. I'm excited to watch season 3, which just came out. And both of the forgers are a fake. All 3 of them are. Technically not Anya. I guess it's her legal last name, but good show. I like it. You should watch it. Definitely watch season 1. Season 2, I was like, okay, it's pretty fun, but it's more of the same. I don't know what season 3 has to offer. I'm gonna watch it. All right, what do you mean, man? Bonk, bonk, bonk.
Order, order, order!
So, you are telling us that the Drew Misham, the victim, was a fake? Well, if he was the fake, who was the real forger? Yeah, I recommend it. It's a good one. You better not be claiming there was some kind of switcheroo.
I'm afraid you're going to have to back up your story. Mr. Justice, show us who the real Drew Mission was.
Drew Mission wasn't the real forger. There's only one person it could have been. Hold on a minute. Mr. Drew Misham. Understood, Your Honor. Forger Drew Mission himself with his forgery. The real forger was... I guess it would have to be her. Valent Gramari. No. I guess it's her. I don't know. There can only be one explanation, really. The real identity of the forger, known as Drew Misham, is none other than his only daughter, Vera Misham. What are we doing? Bonk, bonk, bonk.
Order, order, order! Mr. Justice, this is going out on a limb even for you.
I kind of agree. I mean, Vera, a forger? Let's consider it before you write it off entirely. If you look at the paintings in the studio, one fact becomes quite clear. Forgery had been taking place in that studio for quite some time. The forger wasn't caught in that trap 7 years ago. This could only mean that the one who was caught in the trap wasn't the forger.
Well, actually, that does make a certain kind of sense.
One more thing. Only 2 sets of fingerprints were found in the forger's studio. Drew Misham's and Vera Misham's. So I guess now we're implying that Vera must take care of all the mail. So Vera must have taken the envelope, seen the stamp, figured, oh, this is a poisonous stamp. I'm gonna hide it from my dad. And then 7 years later, the dad didn't know, and he was like, oh, a stamp, free stamp. And then he just died. So maybe Vera, I don't know. Maybe Drew didn't even know about this envelope and Vera hid it from him. Which would explain why he never did it, you know? If we know that Drew Misham wasn't the forger, that leaves only one possibility by process of elimination. If the forger was Vera Misham, well... What? What do you got? Fascinating. What's up, Vera? Vera! I don't know why I'm doing that. I'm so tired, guys.
Vera Misham, you've been paying attention to this trial so far.
Let's just ask her and be done with it, shall we? Who are you? Who is the forger, Drew Misham? What's up? You good? Was that an expression of emotion I saw on her face? Whoa. She's not like other girls. She has emotions. She's staring holes into the prosecutor Gavin's face. I'm used to being stared at by Fräuleins, believe me. Shut up, man. Shut up. Not today, Clav. Not today. Though they usually talk to me, too. Tell us, were you the one who forged those works of art? Da-da-da-dum. Yes. Happy face. Huh?
So the forger, Drew Misham, was you?
Yes, it was me.
What? What?
The court was in an uproar and wasn't coming down. We had to break for a 10-minute reset. What? Alright, that's not that crazy of a... Okay, whatever. To be continued. Yeah, we'll save my progress. I think we'll pop it back up to the top here. Ba-ba-da-bam. Yes, next chapter. Oh my gosh. October 8th, 1:24 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby, or District Court, Defendant Lobby number 6. Okay, me too. So, where exactly does this leave us, Apollo? Well, Drew Misham, who was killed, wasn't Drew Misham the forger, basically. Huh? Well, then who was he? He must have just been like the children's book artist. Well, he was actually... Oh, fingernail polish. Doing your nails. So, you really made those forgeries? Yes. For father. I know, it was wrong. Could you tell us about how it happened? My father was a painter. What? Really? Guys, I'm not gonna do that joke. That's too easy. Too easy. I love painting ever since I was a child. One day, father saw it in me. He saw that I had the talent. There's the courtroom security, 80 bailiff. I mean, there's two guys right there. They're hanging out, staring. A talent for making forgeries. How should I say it? It was not only paintings I made. Given the materials, I could make anything. anything? Father was so proud, and I so happy. But in the end, I was making those forgeries. I've never had a good constitution nor personality. I know very little of the world outside my door. Well, that's because he never let you go outside that door. It's kind of his fault for you being this I guess, messed up. No, you are messed up. Yeah. You had a horrible, isolated childhood. Yeah. Now, because of me, Father is... Do you know about this red envelope? I remember that envelope. That was some time ago. Bear did not put any points into the Constitution. I'm confused. What do you mean, Ice? I don't get it. I'm sorry. Pouring some tea. Oh, it's a D&D mechanic. Ah. That would be why I don't get it. Thank you, Eraser. Thank you for explaining the joke. You know what I need? You know what I need? I need to get a redeem. Not a redeem. I need to have something where it's like the word joke. Oh wait, I could do that. Hold on. Give me a second. Give me a second. This is all right. Give me like 5 minutes, guys. Hold on. Give me like 5 minutes. Hold on. This is totally gonna be worth it. This is totally gonna be worth it. So we're gonna go here. We're gonna write the joke. All right, we're gonna pick a font. Somebody throw out a font really quick. Somebody throw out a font. Chuck out a font. It's gonna be immortalized. How do I type a font? We got a font, anyone? I'm really bad at fonts, so I need someone to pick one. Anyone have a favorite font? What about, what's this one? You did that one. Yeah, like Comic Sans. Yeah, like that. Font. Do you want to use Comic Sans? We could do Comic Sans. We could do that. Absolutely. All right. You can use Comic Sans. All right, so we're going to do this. We're going to do this. All right, then what we're going to do is we're going to do show transition. So transition, swipe, and I want to swipe in from the right. Wait, no. Oh, wait, how do I do this? It's not a swipe. It's a, this is totally going to be worth it. Slide. I want you to slide in. Okay, slide. And then I want you to hide to be slide to the right. No, to the left. To the left. Okay. So now I could do this. Guys, I'm a genius. Now whenever one of you guys says something, I can do that. Oh, I'm so smart. I'm the best streamer in the world. I need to bind that to a hotkey. This is perfect. I can do it as much as I want. Look at that. Look at that spam clicking. This is so stupid. Hey, Milty. Welcome in. Welcome into me making really stupid stream things. Now if I miss a joke, the joke can go right over my head. I could 100%. I can set that up to a stream key. So when I push a button, it'll turn it on and off. I might even be able to make it like into a fancy animation. But you know what? We're going to leave it like that for now. I'm not going to... I could spend an hour on just that alone. We're done. We're done. All right? We have the joke. Now I can do it whatever I want. I'll have to chuck that in my PNG scene so I can use that whenever I want. All right. I'm glad we did that. Wasn't that worth it, guys? Have Nap be flying? Ooh, that'd be fun. I'll have to add that into I'll add that into my... I'll do some stuff into my debut scene. We'll have to see if I can figure that out. Gosh, I keep adding stuff. I'm like, oh, that's a good idea. I can totally add that. It's totally gonna be fine. Anyway, welcome in, Milty. I just spent 5 minutes making something stupid, so we're gonna get back to the game now. You were already creating works back then? I started when I was only 12 years old. Honestly, kind of a late age to start making art. I mean, you didn't like doodle as like a 5-year-old? How's Attorney? It's really fun. I love this. I only horribly suffered with the perceive mechanic. I had like, it took me like 30 minutes to figure out one of the guy's perceptions and I hate it. But besides that, I've been having a good time. Good time. I'm not going to overload your to-do list. It'll be fine. It'll be fun. I'm like never going to debut, guys. It's never going to happen. Some of the people who commissioned or I commissioned to get some stuff, they're like, hey, when are you going to do it? And I'm like, because a lot of them I commissioned to be like, you can post about it when I debut. And I'm like, I'm just gonna retract that statement, guys. Just post. I don't, it's never gonna happen. All right, just post about it. I'll DM you when I'm debuting if you want to show up, but I don't even bother at this point, guys. It's gonna be a while. So the one who figured out the stamp was poisoned was Mr. Justice, it's time! What? Mr. Justice, it's time. To the courtroom, please. Right. Out of time. Wait, Vera, just one more thing, please. Those 3 paintings in the studio. I painted those as part of my work. Right. See, we checked them out, and we saw underneath them. We saw through the sketches underneath the 3 finished paintings. I see. Mr. Justice. Yeah? Father, he knew of you. Of both of you. Your late father. He was watching, gathering information. All about the Wright & Co. law offices. But lately, we're not doing just law. You're doing law. You're just doing law, Trucy. I'm sorry. It's the judge. Oh, it kind of is. The judge in his ideal image. Oh man, reminds me of the Chedino statue in Blue Archive, or the Chedino paintings. Yes, you do tricks, gags to amuse, and play piano. Well, they're not really gags. Yet when Father heard you had resumed the legal business, how pleased he was. Who was Mr. Misham? How am I supposed to know? What if Daddy's daddy? What if he was Daddy's daddy? Okay. Judging from the relative ages involved, I'd say that's highly unlikely. Things were already confusing enough with all these daddies running around. I'm gonna screenshot that line. Screenshot that line. That's a line. Things are already confusing enough with all these daddies running around. Why did I say that? All right, let's move on. Pretend I didn't say that. All right, moving on. I think the judge could rock a powdered wig. Oh yeah, 100%. I think he would also rock fully bald. Like he's already fully bald, but I'm talking beard. Go full baby. Go full baby. I'd love to see it. We know that the victim's daughter, Vera, was the forger. What does that mean for the case? Guess we're about to find out. October 8th, 1:36 p.m. District Court, courtroom number 3. Bonk.
Court is now back in session.
Vera seems pretty tense. The good thing is that it looks like the loser is gone, so I can just have a nice, soft, relaxing voice acting experience instead of a goofy voice. I hate that. It's actually not that hard on my voice. It's hard on my mental state. She's practically chewing her fingernails clean off. Perhaps you could begin by telling us how it all worked. How'd you set up this Drew Mission Forger persona? There's that stare again. She's drilling more holes into his head. I know it's hard for you, but hey, he's a handsome guy. What's hard? Hey, Apollo, you're not too bad looking yourself. You're a good looking guy. You're good looking. I'm not as good as Clav. Sorry, dude. You're not as good as Clavier. Yeah, you're not as good as him. Look at him. Look at him. Look at that jawline. Oh, you looked up the... Oh, I thought you were talking about... I mean, Clavier's got a good jawline too. Everyone, I mean, Phoenix has the jawline of the series. Look at that. Look at that. Shing. You could hear the metal. I mean, Valent's got a good one too. This guy, whatever. Yeah, definitely Phoenix has the sharpest jawline here. Looked him up without a beard. He's got a crazy jawline. I'm not going to look that up for spoiler reasons. I don't know if it's actually a spoiler. There is a different guy, but that's like he's like a Canadian. I think it's just I don't think it. Maybe it's his brother. If you're looking at the judge with blonde hair, I believe that's this judge's brother. I don't think that's the same judge. I think it's his brother. But I think there is a younger judge somewhere out there. Maybe you're looking at that and I could have just forgot. What did we say?
Very well, miss, if you would. Did you really make those detestable forgeries?
You don't call them detestable, dude. She's clearly nervous. Don't say, yeah, did you make those crappy, horrible, disgusting forgeries? Perhaps you'd rather answer my question. Were you the one who painted the painting? The remarkably similar one. Yes. Yeah, see? No need to... Because they're really well done. Whether it's a crime or not, they're really well done. They're not horrible. They're not detestable. Morally, maybe. I painted it, yes. Father praised me quite highly for it.
So, she was the one who made the forgeries.
Yet she did not wish to reveal the truth of their operation. So the victim was a stand-in, a decoy. To the world at large, she was the forger, not her. I've done a bad thing. I have, haven't I? Regardless, we need a little more information. About, for instance, this. You have seen this before, yeah? Yes. It was in the desk drawer.
Bonk. Very well, you may proceed with your testimony. Tell us everything you know about this envelope.
It's just an envelope. Oh, okay. Just an edit. You know what? I trust you. I trust you, Gary. You wouldn't lead me astray. Ace. Attorney. Judge. Without beard. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Somebody drew him as Thanos. Okay. Alrighty. Alright, guys. Alright. Okay, come on, man. Oh, this is why I have this set up so easily. Bam, like this. You got a good old beard. You got, yeah, solid. Hold on, can I move myself? Can I go over here to the left? There we go. Alright. We got a good old beard. We got Thanos Judge. The Theta shows you got the king from the Link animation. These are great. These are great. You got just a guy. Just a guy. All right. Well, wrong button. Excuse me. Pardon me. All right, we're back. And just in time for the ads. Okay. The red envelope. Alrighty. Should be our last ad break of the night coming up here. We're going to go through her testimony and figure out a contradiction. Gonna scream at her. Just kidding. Yeah, but enjoy the ads. I hope they're fun and entertaining. See you in a bit. Alright, let me read this again. I created the things, and Father sold them. This envelope came after my first work. That was other than a painting. Father handled the deal, all of it. I received the stamp that was in the envelope. It was after that job that we moved to the current studio. So you didn't even know it was poisoned.
It certainly was much of great interest in your testimony.
Not that the witness realizes it.
Very well, please begin the cross-examination.
Right, okay. I need more information about this forger. This Drew Misham. Whoopsies. So, these things you were making, you mean paintings identical to the other paintings, right? The closer they were, the happier Father was. I was happy too.
Still, you're quite young now. When did you begin this work?
My first painting was sold when I was 12. Okay, so she had been painting before that, but she professionally did it at 12. Your Honor, she had no idea what she was doing was illegal. That's true. How old is she now? 19. Okay, well, I don't know though. I feel like you can make a case, not just because she's a minor, but well, not anymore, but she was, but also if she's been isolated from the outside world for her whole life, I mean, I don't know if that would be her fault, because her dad could have been like, oh no, there's nothing wrong with this. But that being said, she did say, I know what I was doing was wrong. But maybe there was this pressure, you know, if you're forced to do something. I mean, I think there's a little bit of fault with you, but I don't know if you could fully blame them, you know? We'll see. She had no idea what she was doing was illegal.
Objection!
Easy there, little attorney. You're not here to defend her for the crime of forgery.
True. Please tell us more about this envelope. This envelope that may very well have killed your father.
All right.
Hold it!
By other than painting, you mean you'd only done paintings up to that point? Yes. But Father had a realization. He noticed my talent extended to making things other than paintings. I wonder if she made this cup then? Can I look at the cup? I'm assuming that's what it translates to. I'm trying to read this cup, guys. Welcome back from ads. I hope they were fun and entertaining. Just trying to read this cup. I assume it says, Alright, I don't think she made that. For instance, a letter someone had written, or a fingerprint had left upon a cup. Oh, okay, so she forged evidence. I thought they were going into like sculpture and other kinds of painting. Or a signature on a document, a seal upon a letter. I don't know, this makes her sound very innocent at all. And the 100,000 promised in this letter was the start. The beginning of a new industry for Drew Mission.
A new industry?
The creation of items to be used in criminal proceedings. Ooh, this is gonna tie together because Phoenix Wright supposedly used forged evidence, which is why he's not a lawyer anymore. Forging evidence, in the other words. Uh-oh. So, you didn't know the things... You didn't know how things... Oh my gosh. You didn't know how the things you were making were being used? I enjoy painting very much. I think I understand. Fraulein has lived in an unusual little world. Can you tell us what happened to the papers that were in the envelope? Father signed them and sent them back, I believe. Did he follow the instructions? Send the enclosed envelope with the enclosed stamp?
It's a rather important matter. Give your answer some thought.
All right. What do you mean you received it? Did I do something wrong? You didn't use the stamp because it was dangerous, correct? Deadly poison on the back. Troconine. She wouldn't have known that. A moment there, forehead. You can't force an answer upon the way. Yeah, I was gonna say he's kind of forcing an answer on her. You can't just be like, right? You noticed the poison. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Now then, perhaps. Would you tell me, Fräulein Vera? Hey, you said her name. He said a name. Why did you receive this stamp?
Is something wrong?
It was beautiful.
Ah, you mean it was one of those commemorative stamps?
Yes, I think it was. So, you didn't know about the poison? What? Oh, the sad face. No, I guess not. So, the trap failed by chance, by mistake, thanks to this commemorative stamp. The judge is either humble or just straightforward. He is everything. He really is everything. Oh man, I love the judge. He's insane.
Quite the close call.
Now we moved. You mean you moved to where the current True Studio is? Yes, we saw very few people there. I began drawing picture books. A single job had tied them to the criminal underworld. I think Mr. Misham wished to reduce their visibility in the world at large. Excuse me. When we had to meet someone for some reason, Father posed as the creator of the work. So that was the real essence of the artist Drew Misham. You did the work and he supplied the face. Bonk.
So, you really didn't know anything, did you? You had no idea how much danger you were in.
Apparently not. About this commemorative stamp. Could you tell us more about it? It was very pretty. And more than that. Yeah? It was a picture of people I liked at the time. Ooh. Is it the Gramaris? Is it the Gramari show? This is something new. No, it was not a picture of your band, Gavin. No. Apparently, we got some cross-examination yet ahead of us. If you would be so kind as to continue your testimony, Fräulein. Are you gonna add it? Stamp was a picture of my favorite magician, so I kept it. Magicians? I love the mysterious things. I always have. Even though she fainted from when she saw Mr. Hat? Well, that's because you terrified her. You scared the crap out of her. You're confusing mysterious with freaky. Father took me when I was very young. It was a great magic show. I loved it so much. See? Isn't magic great? I'm not saying it's not great. I'm just saying your hat thing is horrifying when it just pops out. Fine, great, yeah, sure. No need to get all excited. But the magic troupe was disbanded soon after. I was quite sad. Did she just say what I think she said? Magic troupe? Now where have I heard that before? The red envelope came after she'd completed their first job. That makes it a letter from her client, whoever wanted a forgery made. Apollo! We're close, we just have to piece together the parts. A deadly weapon in a red envelope, and the path it took to take Drew Misham's life. Okay. I think it's gonna be this one, right? Alright. So I kept it. Now, oh, I guess I'm gonna make a... Whoa, stop. Go away. Okay. I hate... I have a button that, like, shift tabs my weird, like, NVIDIA settings. I hate it. Okay. Why am I loading? Why am I loading the... Autosave, please. Oh, man. Magic Troop. Okay, good. That's not that bad of an autosave. We're okay. I kind of wish this game had a skip button. It would be pretty cool. Oh, yeah. No. I also don't know how that pause menu showed up. Because when I pause the game, this is what happens. Well, let me save the game really quick. How did I do? So, like... Okay, so that's autoplay. What does this button do? That button does nothing. That button does nothing right now. You reload the chapter. I did. The pain. So this button opens up... It opens up the Steam menu and the Xbox social menu and the NVIDIA control panel. It opens up 3 overlays at the same time. Cinema. Very cool. I don't know how that pauses though. Interesting. Cool. Anyway, now that we're here, I was going to go here, and I was going to present, I guess, this.
Objection!
Those magicians you liked. Was it this bunch? Apollo, they're not a bunch.
I see. Still, I have to wonder, why include a commemorative stamp like that in a business letter?
Good question. Well, pretty stamps are always better, and you can't beat Troop Grimari.
But the whole murder plan was a failure because of it.
What if she drew Edgeworth? That would be kind of cool. Just after this whole thing, I'm going to commission her to draw Edgeworth. Yeah, I know you almost, like, got sent to prison for murdering your father, but, like, hey, could you draw a picture of Edgeworth really quick? Real quick.
Ironic. Don't you think, Prosecutor Gavin?
Are you good?
Prosecutor Gavin?
Grimari? Oh, what's with Gavin? Might I ask just one question of the witness? In your testimony just now, you stated that this was your first work that was other than painting? Did she make a magic prop? Hold on. Was there anything necessarily illegal in here? Send the receipt. Sign the papers and send the enclosed envelope. I bet she made a magic prop. She probably needed to dupe. They probably needed like 2 duplicate like props. She probably no. Right? Well, no, because one of those magic shows ended up in the guy getting murdered. Please tell me, what exactly did you make? Can I ask why? No. Answer the question. Now! Clav, calm down! Don't scare her. She's just a baby.
Prosecutor Gavin, you're usually not the one whose volume concerns me.
Yes, it's unbecoming of me. I apologize. But I must know. Please, Miss Misham, tell me. It was a book. You made an entire book? A single page in a book. A book? Please be more specific. Oh, I don't like seeing her scared. I don't think she's gonna be a fake out evil demon woman, you know? I feel like that they've done that before. They're not gonna do it again. I think she's being genuine. I think we can trust her. It was a handwritten book, like a diary. Oh, Gavin. No, I don't know. Gavin. Yo, Gav, you good? Yo, Gav. What's wrong with Prosecutor Gavin? He looks like he just saw a ghost. Especially this book. Was there a picture of a silk hat on the back cover? Yes or no? How did you know? Gavin, what's Prosecutor Gavin? The defendant is answering all of your questions. Stop badgering her. You good there, Gavinator? Yeah. You good? He's told you nothing, has he? Your soiled, sullied mentor, nothing? Dude, that's her dad. She doesn't know. You can't break it to her like this. Sullied who? Phoenix Wright. Who else? Oh, so this is... Okay, so... Yeah. So the thing was, they said at the very beginning that apparently Phoenix Wright, her dad, her biological father was one of the Grimaris, and he died. And he took on the case for the murder. And apparently he ended up forging evidence to win. Which is why he left and is not an attorney. Meaning, this must have been it. Daddy, he never told you about the trial 7 years ago. Well, they keep saying that Apollo knew. Maybe he didn't know the details, but they said he knew. About how he came to lose his attorney's badge. It was a certain piece of evidence that decided his fate, you know? A certain diary. On the back of it bore a mark of a silk hat. What? Phoenix Wright tossed out of the profession by false evidence? And the forger who made the evidence... Is this girl standing right in front of me? It's always all connected. That's why Ace Attorney is so good. Every case, no matter how disconnected, they always wrap up and you're like, wait, how? How are they all connected? Farah, you must tell us. The evidence you made was used in a trial 7 years ago. Who asked Drew Misham? You, to forge the evidence. For all our sakes, who was it? I don't think she knew. Wasn't it the whole thing? She must not know. Bonk, bonk, bonk. We only met once. You met the clients? Well, who was it? It was... What's going on with Vera? She's staring at Prosecutor Gavin's face again. Yes, what? Is there something about me? Oh, it was Kristoff! It was Kristoff. That's why I told you it was Chekhov's Kristoff. That's really fun to say. Chekhov's Kristoff. You don't impersonate a Kristoff Gavin without him showing up in the back half of the story. I knew it. I remember clearly. I remember who gave me the book, the diary. Who was it? Vera! Don't choke. What? Is she gonna die? Is she fainting? The devil? The devil. Did she just die? Defendant Vera mission. Condition and okay, Jesus, man. I thought we had a Terry Falls. Examiner's diagnosis. Acute what? She died? They did not. No, she's not dead. There's no way she's dead. Is she dead? I was gonna say we don't have another Terry Falls. Jesus, dude. This ends the recording of the trial for the murder of Drew Misham. Vera Misham was during the trial poisoned by an unknown assailant. The dosage was just under the... Oh, okay. Gee, I mean, that's a little bit cheap. That's a little bit cheap. I was like, dude, what? I was like, they're not gonna kill a kid, are I mean, 19, but like, they're not gonna kill a kid, are they? Like... She was biting her thumb. Yeah, so it's probably the nail polish. Oh, I bet. Yeah, because she didn't bite her nails until she got nervous, but she was putting on the nail polish the whole time. Up until that. So that's probably what it was. She's currently in intensive care, not to be disturbed for any reason. A very simple case at a first glance. I was wondering. I was really wondering. And granted, I think that's how the last final cases went. Where there's like a case, but in reality, you're solving a huge case, not just the murder case. Because I was like, this feels really conclusive, but we still have 2 more days of trial. So the next 2 days of trial are 100% going to be all about solving the case from 7 years ago, which, yeah, that's what I expected. Because I was like, no, there's going to be more, right? They're not going to be done. But her case, like her murder case, seems all wrapped up and done. Until it finally began to show its true colors. The long road to the truth takes us to the record of another trial. Oh! In some ways, that was the starting point of it all. It's gonna be a flashback? Whoa. And that is where we must go. It's gonna be a flashback? We haven't even finished the other trial. Oh my god. Guys, oh my god. I'm gonna cry. A baby true seed to find the whole truth. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. To be continued. Save your progress. All right. I mean, return to the game's menu. That is the greatest cliffhanger of all time. That's where we are going to end it out. With an insane... It's not really a twist. It's just this is where we're going next. We're going back. They've never done that. So the case just ends? It sounded like they said the case is over. But it's definitely not over. But they go on pause so we can have a flashback to the case from 7 years ago. So I guess for a little bit, we have had flashback cases, but they were their own dedicated chapters. Never in a chapter are we having a full flashback case. That's fun! Oh man, this game just gets better and better. And of course, Baby Drucy. I'm sorry, what? I'm gonna cry, dude. You're gonna see a lot of crying from me next week. As you all may know, I am a huge Babu enjoyer. So I will be dying. I will be dying next week. But that's where we're gonna end it today. Beautiful ending of that chapter, of the first part. All right. So, next Monday, we go back in time. We get to see what happened to Phoenix Wright. That means I get to be Phoenix Wright again. I mean, I love it's going to be the same voice, guys. It's the same exact voice, all right? It's honestly identical. But I'm excited to go back. I wonder if that means... Well, no, because Maya left. So it's just going to be Phoenix maybe alone. And then that looked... Even though that looked like a younger... Gavin. That's definitely Kristoff. So if you missed it, Kristoff was our mentor, Apollo's mentor in the very first case. He ended up murdering someone to help Phoenix out. And he's in jail. So it looks like in the flashback, that was Kristoff in his younger form. So we're going to see about that. And it looks like, I guess, Gavin took on his appearance. So, gosh, this game is so good. Yeah, I'm loving this. Yep, I always do it. I'll be honest, the whole time, I mean, I guess this is kind of how they always work, but all of the other cases, I was like, all right, I kind of see where this is going. I'm enjoying it, but it really just felt like, okay, more of the same. Just, you know, more Ace Attorney. But now that we're getting into this 7 years ago, now I'm like, okay, all right, I get it. I understand. I'm hyped. So hyped for where this is gonna go. So next Monday we continue with this. It's gonna probably be like 4 or 5 more streams before we finish this, but we're getting close to the end, guys. Getting close to the end. But I'm having a good time. Gavin's twin brother, yes, older brother. I guess, yeah, they're technically twins, but he's an older brother. I don't think they're twins, though. No, they just look the same. But yeah, he's an older brother. Gavin's like in his 20s. Kristoff's like in his early 30s, I think. So, yeah. I suppose, can you have twins like that? I guess you can't. I don't know. They're just siblings. But yeah. But yeah, I'm excited. Monday. But besides that, Wednesday, we're going to be doing we're going to be finishing the Hyakuhyako story. God, we're having so many like climactic endings. We're going to be finishing up the Hyakuhyako story, or the Hyakkaoryodan story in Blue Archive. You won't want to miss that. That's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to power on through that. And then Saturday, we're going to do some more Hat in Time. I'm going to just Google where or like look up a guide for some of where the time rifts are located, because I'm so confused. But we're going to do that on Saturday. So I think Saturday we will be doing some time riffs. Maybe we'll finish the game. We'll like do the final boss. I don't know. We'll see how time goes. But yes. But that's our plan. And we loop all back around on Monday. So have a great day, everybody. Have a good night. You and your brother are somewhat redheaded twins. Yeah. I feel like siblings are like kind of twins. But I think to be considered a true twin, you have to be born at like the same time, you know? But I don't know. But anyway, I hope everyone has a good night. I will see you all on Wednesday.